What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush HD and welcome to episode 25 of my FIFA 13 Road to Gold Around the World Series. As you can see there, we're having a quick look at our trade pile, removing the players who have sold and putting them back on. As you can see there, our coins are just away from 5,000 and we're just applying some contract cards onto the players and then we'll start getting into our first game. As you can see there, I'm just using up the bronze contract cards, which actually isn't a good idea thinking about it now. I can just get them back in the likes of bronze packs and stuff like that, but I should save them for when I move on to the other lower leagues in different nations. As you can see there, our right back and left back are also running quite low on fitness. I think they're more attacking right back and left back. As you can see there, last episode we got 3 wins in a row, so very, very good episode. And to win this title, all we need to do is 2 wins in a row. We've only got 2 games and we need 2 wins. So going to the first game, we come up against this team. As you can see there, he's got a I wouldn't say nice full chemistry team, but he's got some fairly decent players and a bit random in some places, obviously where he doesn't have enough coins to afford the whole team. But we start off the game quite early on. Afly is going to run down the wing, whip that in, and Lewandowski is going to head that home to make it 1-0 in the 4th minute. And I can say now that is all this guy did. As you can see here, straight again, similar, very, very similar tactic, whips it in. Guess who's on the ball? Lewandowski. So that is 2-0 down already in the 10th minute. And on the ball again, Afly rebounds back out to my keeper, falls to Lewandowski, and another very, very good save and block from my player. And that was very unfortunate goal. But again, the Polish striker is going to put that, Polish right mid, Blazakowski is going to put that in. And then I get a red card with Baptista. And then it starts going tits up. This is another one of those games where I didn't start playing that well until quite late on. But we start running down the wing and we pass it back. And it eventually falls to the Algerian centre mid, Gudiero. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, but that makes it 3-1. And we look like we're getting back into this game. We had quite a good attacking spell, but he cuts it back and Blazkowski is going to make it 4-1. Very, very similar tactic again, but we make it 4-2 with Molo Kulu with a header to make it just before half-time, which is very, very nice. And then you can see there, he didn't score until the 59th minute with Lewandowski. Another Polish. He just seems to score with all the Polish people, but that makes it 5-2. And then Blazkowski, what a strike there to make it 6-2 now. And this game just went to disaster. Finally, a different nationality striker scored. Zeko scored. He brought on Zeko, and that makes it 7-2. And now winning this division didn't look like as it was supposed to. We just went absolute balls up, and I think I know why now. I just completely forgot to. I shouldn't have got that red card. That kind of made the game go absolutely terrible. And there you go, I just saw I slid with some guy on a red card already, yellow card, sorry, and then get another red card. So that's the second red card. So we're losing 8-2, we got 2 red cards. What else could go wrong, you know? Okay. Is that going to make it 3 red cards? That's pretty interesting, 3 red cards there. So that is 8-2, 3 red cards. And I did say this game was going to go tits up. And we're not finished there yet, guys. And I bring my keeper out in kind of frustration, and it just happened to fall. Why didn't it rebound somewhere else? And that made it 9-2. And at this stage, I just hold the ball and try and be a bit clever. Did you just do that? Did he just? All right, he just crabbed it back to make it 10-2. And I find it so frustrating when people do that. But as you can see there, that was fairly eventful game, losing 10-2, 3 red cards, very, very interesting game there, obviously a nice game to watch, and obviously look at the amount of shots he was quite all over me. I wasn't playing my best whatsoever. It was the first game of that, recording session, so I never seem to play the best there, but I really shouldn't have got those 3 red cards. That's going to make it fairly hard to get some players back in the team and stuff like that, rearrange it, but we can just swap some players out and bring in some players. Jamie O'Hara, bring him in, and we've also got some contract players. I put a contract on Molokulu and also This is where I found it slightly awkward to find a player, because I swear, maybe it is only in FIFA 12. If your player had a red card or injury, if you bought the same player from on the auction market and swapped them out, you could swap them out and sell the other one. So I tried to do that and actually found out that wasn't the case. You have to wait until that player got rid of his red card. So I bought a player pretty much for no reason. But I'll go and have a quick look to see if I can pick up a Baptista fairly cheap in the right formation. But I couldn't actually find one. So I just try to find one in a random position. Probably in a good formation, so I get quite a bit of coins if I was to sell him on maybe 3-5-2 or something. Maybe get a bit lucky. And as you can see, we got some in the 5-2-2s, all like the cheap formations. Not going for less than 1,000. But I'll go and have a look at that one there. And I think I do go back and buy that 1,100 coin 4-2-3-1. So not a bad formation, and definitely better than the one I already have. And he's going to get a bit more chemistry because he's got 4 at the back. But as you can see there, my tactic didn't work, so I had to send him back to the trade pile and play the game with him, swap him out. I think I eventually went and bought another centre-back because I tried putting him in the club and it wouldn't work whatsoever. So I think maybe they've changed it so you can't do that anymore. I'm not quite sure about that. But I think I swear we swap him with... I think we may go out and buy someone else, or maybe that's later on, just before we go and start playing the cups, because I want to strengthen up the team. But we have 3 games this episode, so make sure you stick to the end, see out the final performances. I think the last game is a cup game, so we're going into the cup, and we are having a quick look at getting into the how many games we can. All we can do is pretty much promote now, which I should have played this tactically. I'm not quite sure of the final result, but I should have, I shouldn't have won the game. I should have maybe got a draw or something. So still get the coins, but I don't actually get promoted. But we come up against this Spanish team. It's got some all the players were in a wrong formation. He must have maybe swapped up the formation or something. But he's still got 100 chemistry, I think, mainly because he had the Spanish manager. But he starts scoring off with Jesus Navas to make it 1-0 in just before 10th minute. And a nice save there from Fielding to take out my centre-back as well. Last-ditch save there. But we pass it up the field in the 21st minute. Nice pass and 1-2 move right up to the field. Pass it to Matt Phillips all the way onto the left wing. Takes it around Arbeloa, fairly slow option, which is pretty decent, and swings into Dicko, who somehow wins that header. He's a very, very small player, and to out-jump centre-backs, that's quite decent for him. But still, that makes it 1-0, and that is a lovely, lovely finish from Fernando Torres. He's finally doing something right, shall I say. He's been doing quite well in the recent performances. I am a Chelsea fan, so I do support the Chelsea team. Obviously, that didn't make any sense whatsoever, but we get brought down by Arbeloa in the penalty box, and we get penalty. He gets a yellow card. That was definitely... I know it wasn't a goal-scoring opportunity, but that was reckless challenge, guys. I thought that should have been a red card, and that would have made life happy. But hopefully we can put this away to make it to 2 just before half-time. Kind of piss him off, because that always pisses me off if I say lose a goal just before half-time, because I think maybe if that whistle blew just a second earlier, we wouldn't be 1-0 or drawing. But he saves that, and I got extremely frustrated. And that was a nice save from his keeper. But I think if I scored that, we could have probably played a bit better. But that was a weak goal by Arbeloa. I think my keeper should have saved that. I know that was right into the corner. But that makes it 3-1. And we get the ball, attack, and Dicko again. Nice goal there. Finds a tight corner to make it 3-2. And I'm just looking here for the goal for the draw. So we don't actually get a loss on our record, but we still don't get promoted, so we don't go into the hard games. And a lovely, lovely finish there from Dicko in the 84th minute to make it 3-3. And that is exactly what I wanted, just a draw, so we didn't actually get promoted. We still got a decent amount of coins, and we still don't get the loss, so it doesn't look that bad. But as you can see there, we now have quite a few contracts. Our players are now off the red cards, and we've got a good 5 players who need contracts, and about three players who all need fitness. So apply a fitness card onto Mears, apply a quick contract card onto our Algerian centre mid, who seems to be a fairly decent player, definitely worth the coins. I wouldn't say buy. You could probably get him for quite a lot cheaper than what I bought him for, mainly because I bought him in the 4-3-3. But he seems to be a fairly decent player. I relist everyone, just trying to get the coins back. As you can see there, we have 10,000 coins, so nice boost there. Now I feel more comfortable. 10,000 coins seems to be a decent amount of coins, because you can go and buy a new team, buy enough contracts, fitness cards, and everything else for your team to keep it all running smoothly, getting enough amount of coins. But as you can see there, using the effectiveness of very cheap gold players, pretty much you buy a gold player cheap, just for 50 coins, play him, he'll make his money back, and then we can sell him or discard him and buy a new one, and all is good. I'll go and have a look at some other left backs. Poodle still does pretty well, but I just saw if I could see any high upgrade players such as Olsen, but he's going for quite a bit. So we just buy some fitness cards, apply them to the players needed, and also go and buy some contract cards. I finally go and decide to buy some silver cards, which is a very good idea from me. I should have done that straight from the start. I would have got more games out of my players. I wouldn't have been wasting the bronze cards, which I could use later on in this series. So I finally got my act together. But we're going to buy some bronze cards, have a quick look at some fitness cards, get a cheap fitness card there to apply to Molokulu. Very, very strong centre-back. Really, really recommend him. He also links quite well with Johnson, I think, the other Wolves centre-back. I think I do eventually pick him up in this series, and he's a pretty solid centre-back as well. He's got 70-odd pace as well, so he's a fairly decent player. And we just swap some of the players out. Finally, we can put the Baptista in, get a bit more chemistry. Obviously, he's now got the orange formation icon. And we go into the cup games. Obviously, we go into the Silver Cup, and we just swap out Jamie O'Hara, put in Farley, and see if we can get any higher chemistry, rearrange the team. But we got 91 chemistry, still over 90 chemistry, still seems pretty decent. And we go into the team, and we come against this all-Spanish silver team. Fairly nice team, got some, not the strongest of players in the team, but we pass it up to Jermaine Beckford, and he's got a nice through ball into Dicko, holds off his man, gets past two defenders, and puts that into the bottom left-hand corner to make it 1-0 in the 14th minute. Good start. We again pick it up, a loose ball there, picks up by the centre-back, pass it all the way up to Jermaine Beckford, get fairly lucky there, and I get lucky again. Thank God my attackers got pace, but that is a fantastic finish from Dicko. I definitely recommend picking up this guy. I'm not quite sure of his price at the moment. I picked him up for 750 coins, which I think was a very, very good price for him. But we get a nice slide tackle there to win the ball, and again a through ball into Phillips. Phillips is pretty much one-on-one with the keeper, and just going to blast that into the top right-hand corner. Very, very nice goal there. 3-0 just before half-time. This game was pretty much in the bag. He wasn't the strongest of players. He had some decent passing moves, but he just gets lucky again there. And I don't know why my keeper didn't save that one. He doesn't seem to be the best at handling, shall I say. It always seems to lose the balls, spill the balls there for the players to come on, get the rebound. But that makes it 3-1. Still got the lead, which is pretty decent. And the ball comes back out from the corner, and Poodle gets unlucky there with his shot. But that is just a massive cluster F in the box, and it eventually falls to Poodle to make I think it may have been second goal of this for the club. And that is 4-2. And Dicko again, using his pace, gets around one player, gets around the second. What's he going to do? Put that into the top middle left-hand corner and make it 5-1. And again, Dicko again, what else? He's going to just put that in the back of the net. Fantastic player, definitely recommend it. I've said this so many times. And Jonathan Torino, or whatever he's called. I've used this guy before. He's not a bad player. He's fairly slow, but he gets the red card, and this guy just turns off his Xbox, I presume, because it just no pause menu comes up. He must have had enough, and that's normally the turning point. Once the guy's losing 5-1, he wasn't getting much of the ball. They get red card. Xbox is off. I always seem to see that. But 704 coins, that is a nice coin total. Nice start to the cup. As you can see there, we were pretty much dominating that guy, and well, guys, this is the end of episode 25. We've had a pretty decent episode. Oh, well, I wouldn't say pretty decent. We got pretty much dominated by the Polish. But other than that, it's pretty an alright episode. Remember, if you enjoyed this episode, remember to hit that like button and remember to subscribe for more. This has been Chronic Rush T. Till next time, adios!